Hey guys, welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be talking about rear differentials. I've got about 100,000 miles on my car, and while that's not a lot, you will be surprised at the condition of my rear bushing, and you guys will see the solution that we came up with here at Bimmerhaus Performance for a quick and easy fix that you can do in your driveway and save you some money and some time. So let's get going. So let's just talk real quick about what this bushing does and how we're going to get at it. So this bushing is attached to your rear differential, obviously, and that is what provides some of the support as you give it gas, and this comes under load. So you can see right here, there's actually one on the front of the rear subframe as well, but that one rarely goes out and isn't really the big issue. So what are the symptoms of a bad rear bushing? That would be kind of a dip in your rear suspension when you get on it, or during shifts. Almost feels like maybe your rear springs are soft, but that's not actually the case. That's this thing flexing and failing. So factory, this comes in and you can see right through there, there's these gaps. And obviously that's for comfort and dampening. But those little bridges that we have here will crack and break. So in order to replace this, you would need a special tool to press this out and then press a new one back in. So you'd have the bushing cost, the tool cost, plus your labor and time to get this done. Not impossible. There are some aftermarket options, like this guy right here, like a Power Flex, where it turns that bushing into a solid unit, which is obviously great, but then you have to buy this and you still have to do the labor and all that stuff. So what we're offering here is an alternative to that, which is going to slide in and fill the voids. And even if your bushing's cracked, you'll still be able to, reinforce it without having to completely deal with the install and removal. So if I recall correctly, this thing's like $100 and the tool's around 100, 200 bucks or so, somewhere in there. I'll flash something on the screen. I'm probably wrong. And so anyways, what we're dealing with here is carbon fiber reinforced nylon rather. And it's annealed and coated and ready to go. And so these are going to be for sale here soon. As soon as we get the website up, you can contact me if you want to pre-order, and I can get those orders going. So let's talk about the actual install. So what I've done here, obviously I've got a little bit of advantage, got a lift, so it makes things a heck of a lot easier. But if you have a jack stand, 2 jack stands and a jack, you can put the rear of the vehicle up and use your jack stand to support your rear diff. So behind this bolt that bolts through your rear subframe, it goes back up into here, and there is a bolt, which I've already got off. I didn't even have to really hold it. I just had an impact, and the impact undid this bolt, no problem. So you're gonna need to support your rear diff, just basically get the tension off this, and that will allow you to be able to pull this out. So that is done. And I've got my diff insert here. This circle and surface area is essentially just to hold all of these inserts in the correct orientation and place. The 2 individual ones go up top, and that's how it's oriented. And depending on, so this diff bushing is created in a mold, and when it's created in a mold, you're going to have some mold lines. And so you could have some fun getting this thing past some of those imperfections in the mold. And it's gonna go in there fairly tight. I'm gonna get let's see if I can do this on camera with my hand. I'm just gonna use a rubber mallet. There's not much room up here. But as you can see, that's going in. All right, I'm gonna give that a swing without being able to hold the camera and get that flush. And then we'll reinstall the bolt and release the diff on there and we'll be good to go. All right, so literally a minute later, it's in. I ended up putting my rubber mallet up here and then hitting the rubber mallet with like a small 3-pound sledge. And that just slid it right into place. And so now we're just gonna reinsert our bolt. So you might have to play with your diff height. If you're laying on the ground, just reach over with your jack, get your diff line, get this hole lined up. And I'm gonna throw actually I can relieve the pressure on this diff so it hangs. It'll actually hang on that bolt now, which will allow me to tighten the nut up a little bit easier. But that's pretty much it, guys. So it just took a serious job with specialty tools. And if you were putting this in with a stock replacement, this, even with a damaged diff bushing, this will perform better than your stock bushing. So what are the symptoms of a stiffened rear bushing? Your rear wheels are gonna feel more connected to the ground. You're gonna get crisper shifts and you're gonna not feel that dip. And it's just gonna feel a lot more responsive. So I'm gonna get that other bolt in, but that is a pretty quick, short tutorial on how to install this thing and the advantages of not having to deal with your traditional stock install. So let me know what you guys think. Please reach out to me for information and pricing, and I will be able to start shipping these out as soon as we get orders. So just let me know. These are made to order, so it has a couple-day lead time, but I'll be able to start sending them out as soon as you guys are interested. Thanks so much.